Hi, this is Mark Schwimmer. I wanted to wish you a happy Thanksgiving. And as the holiday season descends upon us, I wanted to offer you some ideas about how to make this season a little bit different than some of the ones you've been through in the past. I was at a meeting last week and a gentleman was talking about Thanksgiving. He was remarking that Thanksgiving was just a couple of days away and that in just a few days he was going to be sitting across the table eating dinner with his sister at the table. And he told me that he really didn't get along with his sister. She didn't like him much, he didn't like her. And although that's not one of my personal problems, I totally get it. I've seen Four Christmases with Vince Vaughn and Reese Witherspoon, and I've seen some of the National Lampoon holiday family debacles. And I understand that some wacky stuff can happen. There was an article today, it's Monday, the 22nd of November, in the New York Times, and it's four psychologists talking about some of the fears that people have when they go into those Thanksgiving and family and office party situations. They talk about bringing a new girlfriend or boyfriend home into the family setting and some of the pressure and tension around that. We all have members of our family that in some way or other we wish they would be a little bit different than they are. And quite frankly, if you think that you wish they would be different, there's without a doubt that they wish that you would be different. And this is what we do in families. We want, in many cases, the best for our family members. But through the years, there's been a lot of emotional stuff that's come up, and these patterns that have evolved through time, and they're so deeply entrenched. The patterns are so deeply entrenched that they're as to be invisible to us as we go into these situations. So what I'm offering you is a way, pretty much a guidebook or a guideline for some of the pitfalls that are present for you. There's two types of families that I've noticed. There are families that totally ignore the things that are going on in the room. It's the proverbial, you know, 800-pound gorilla. Someone's got a drinking problem, someone's out of work, there's a divorce, there's an impending divorce, yet both parties are still there, and people try to get through the event without bringing this stuff up. And then there are other families where they bring out the magnifying glasses and the microscopes and they put everybody's life and everybody's existence under the microscope, and there's a judgment and a justification that has to take place for every action that everyone is taking, and everyone has to kind of vote on it in this proxy way. Now, neither of these is optimal. And when we're in family situations, we have a tendency to not really be at our best. I've noticed this personally, really. You see it on airplanes a lot, just in an innocent setting. If I'm sitting three across with people that I know who are friends or relatives, I tend to take liberties with the space. I might be in their space a little bit more than I ought to be. I might actually take something right off their tray if it's something I'm interested in. I might put my bag on their side of the seat. Things like this will take place. When I'm with complete strangers, I'm very mindful of their space and my space and what those boundaries are. And it's really important for us to understand that there are boundaries, that even with family members, that there need to be boundaries that are clear, defined, and set. And the Thanksgiving dinner table might not be the place to actually take those actions. That's better done in a place where there's less pressure. But having said that, what I'm going to offer you over the next couple of days are some tips and highlights of some of the things that you might want to be noticing for and how you want to be responding to them in a way that's better than the way you've been responding up until now. So stay tuned, stay focused on the MythoNYC page here on Facebook, and I'll be offering you at least 4 or 5 videos just like this. After Thanksgiving, when you come back home on Monday, I'm going to be offering you an audio product that you'll be able to download and listen to. And by then you may have actually learned to pay attention to some things that you hadn't even noticed before, and will find some more valuable tips and ideas about how to be handling these particular things. You'll be able to use this all through the month of December, all the way up through Christmas and the rehash of the same situations you may find yourself in for Thanksgiving and beyond, all the way to New Year's, when you get a chance to set those New Year's resolutions, the things that you want to be doing going forward. So again, this is Mark Schwimmer wishing you a happy Thanksgiving and inviting you back to the MythoNYC page here on Facebook for continuing tips as you go behind enemy lines into the family holiday setup. You can join the warriors, the holiday warriors, that will enable you to maintain your balance, your integrity, and your ability to be an observer into your own life so that you can make better decisions in relation to the family members and the situations you find yourself in over the holidays. Take care. Thanks a lot. We'll see you soon.